Hello everyone, my name is Jerry Juice, and today we are back in the Let's Play world. Now, it has been almost 2 months since I made an official episode, plus somewhere in the middle I did make sort of an unofficial episode where I built this potato farm. But in all this time, I'm sure you've expected me to be working on something big, but I haven't. One of the bigger things I've done is I built a portal here, so that's something. And I even made this tunnel that's like 50 blocks long, connecting it to the main nether highway. So I haven't been completely lazy in these past 2 months. Over here at the main base, I've been doing a little bit of work, just fixing little tiny problems, and I did this just because I could. It's quite beautiful. And I collected a bit of diamonds. So let's mine this all down. We've got a nice fortune pickaxe, and let's see how much we get. I'm not exactly sure how much we have in here, maybe a stack or two of diamond. Look at that, we got a nice clean number, exactly 2.5 stacks, which is good enough for 17 diamond blocks to put on our pile. Now that is a big pile of diamonds, and this is actually a genuine question. Does it look any bigger to you? I think it does look a little bigger in my opinion, but only just. And you know, diamonds are sort of an interesting thing because once you get about a stack or so of diamonds, you're basically set for life. But we still have some sort of internal desire to just keep on mining diamonds for the rest of our days, just so we can get more and more of it. Now, besides the human psychological response to diamonds, I have another problem here. See, I am trying to breed these horses so I can get some leather for item frames, but they just simply refuse to breed. See, I can feed them carrots and they'll eat it, but hearts aren't coming out. So they're just eating all my carrots and not giving me any babies back. These horses better start cooperating soon, otherwise they're going to end up with the sword in their face. But right now I want to work on something else. Over here I have an amazing mob farm which is pretty big, but I want even more mob loot. So I think I'm going to expand it today. Step 1 would of course be to mine out this roof, so then we can't expand it upwards. With just a little bit of work, the roof is now completely gone, and I even went ahead and built up a couple of platforms. So now I just need to put in a bit of redstone. Now this design is slightly different from my old design, only by a little bit, and that's just to make it a little bit more efficient. Now let's just do a quick little test to make sure that this is working. So all the platforms should be dry right now. I put that on, and they should all be wet. Okay, looks like it's working. Now I'm just building up all these walls around here, and then I'm going to put in a ceiling, and we will be getting pretty close to completion by then. Now it'd be sort of mean to not show you me turning all this concrete powder into concrete, because this is just so satisfying. You can't get over it. Now our ceiling has been installed, but next we need to do probably the most tedious task of this entire project, which will be moving up all of these pixel art heads up about like 3 blocks or so. This is a task I don't think will be very fun. Well, now the mob farm is basically done. I moved all the heads up a few blocks, and because it was a little bit empty around the outside, I put a border around it for the extra detail and quality. And up here I also reinstalled the timer with the daylight sensors that turns on and off the water. But before I'm done with this, I want to make just one last little change with this, which is down here. Instead of sending the items into these chests, I want to send them directly to my sorting system over here. This should be a really simple task of just simply getting these hoppers and connecting it up to my input chest over here. So I just need to dig a tunnel like this. And if I just simply connect up hoppers like this, it should work just fine. And typically, I did not bring enough. Okay, it should be working now, so I'm going to do a quick test by throwing a bunch of rotten flesh into there, and come over here and see if it starts dispensing out. And here it comes, it looks like it's working perfectly. So let's just cover up this hole that I dug. Well, I think that we are done with that. It's now all hooked up to the sorting system, and it just barely finished sorting through all of the items. And over here, I even put a slot for arrows since I don't think I had one before. They actually decided to breed. These two are good horses, but these ones are useless. I think that because you are useless, you deserve to die. And you are useless too. But you are good horsies. Good horsey. Well, now that we have that mob farm done, I want to start on the next project, which I'm going to call the Superflat District. And basically is what this is going to be is I'm going to flatten out a huge area of land all around this potato farm. And it's basically just going to function as a super flat world. I can do whatever I want in this. I can like build a roller coaster, or I can do redstone projects, or just whatever I want. To be my own personal super flat world in my survival world. Now this project won't be a quick project. It'll probably take place over several episodes. But there's no better time to start than now. Well, 4.5 hours later, and we now have our own mini super flat world. It is 128 by 128, just like our potato farm. But don't worry, I still plan on expanding it in the future, just not today. Right here I have all the shulker boxes of everything that we got, which includes about 5 shulker boxes of stone, plus another one of sand, and a couple of miscellaneous stuff. One of the biggest challenges for making this, believe it or not, was just simply having enough dirt and grass. Because even though I did mine out a couple of large hills, it didn't provide enough dirt to cover the entire thing, and I had to go back to my base to get some more. And because of these dirt shortages, I think each time I expand it by the size of a single map, I'll use a different block. So for example, here we had potatoes, here we'll have grass, over there we might put like stone or something, and the last section over here, we'll put like sand or netherrack or something like that. But besides that, I want to start building something here in our super flat district. The first thing I want to build is a village, which I'm right now pathing out. But I have a couple questions I want to ask you before I do this. First off, should it be based off of regular Minecraft villages where I just copy and paste their houses into this world? Or should I create my own original houses? And if I do use vanilla village houses, should I base it off of the old ones or the new ones? I'm interested in what you guys think I should do, so be sure to comment down below. While I'm waiting to hear your opinion, I am going to build something I probably should have built a long time ago, which is an actual house. While I did build a house way back in like episode 1, I don't feel like that one should count. Because that's sort of tiny and ugly, and I made it on my first episode. That's my starting house. So I'm going to build something new and improved. Now whenever I do make my houses, I like to do it by starting off with just a random shape like this and filling it in with a block like stone bricks or cobblestone to act as a foundation. Now I chose this location because it has a nice view of the ocean, which may or may not be disrupted by me expanding the super flat district. Now that I have my foundation done, which again is a more or less random shape that I created, I sort of picture how I want the house to look. So I'm like thinking of a nice front porch here and like nice large arched windows along here. And maybe in the back I'll have a back porch but on the second floor. And I'm just that these ideas go through my mind and I just build what I see in my mind. Sometimes in order to get the build to fit my vision, I might need to adjust the foundation's shape just a little bit to fit what I have in mind. So far, my vision for this build is really come to life. I have a nice front porch and my giant arched windows already. Well, I've been working on this for a little while and now I have all of the first floor's exterior close to done. There's still some parts that I don't like about it, but it is a large project that should take a while. I'll work on a lot of it off camera between this and the next episode. But that is all for today. If you enjoyed it, then please like and subscribe and comment, and I will see you next time. Bye.